Look at that. Wow, this just creeped right up on us. Well, hello, it's K&Ro again.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us on this gloomy morning. We are in Ramapo Mountain State Forest near Wanaque, New Jersey. And it's a bit gloomy today because the nor'easter is slowly pulling away from this area.
Did some damage down on the Jersey Shore, we hear.
Yes.
But we are far removed from that.
So today we are on an exciting adventure to find the ghostly ruins of Foxcroft Mansion,
And Halloween's around the corner.
otherwise known as the Slyke Castle. So come along as we find this creepy Halloween surprise.
Thank you, Mr. Tree.
Why are you hugging that tree, Ro?
Save my ass. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube?
Yes.
Save my butt.
This tree saved Ro from sliding down this slippery, wet leaf covered.
Right here to catch me.
Our friend Julie would appreciate you hugging that tree. Wow, look at this. We are just under a mile in at the top of our climb. This is the ruins of an old water tower that was used by the mansion. Look how cool this is. Wow. There's an entrance here. Should we investigate?
You think it's safe?
Let's see. Wow. Oh, this. I don't know why they've got these individual rows of concrete here on the floor. Water dripping from the ceiling. Geez, I wonder if somebody like shimmies up this board to look out that window. This place is really cool. It's amazing it's still standing. This would date back to the early 1900s. Alright, this means we're close. There's a really nice view of the Wanaque Reservoir here. Beautiful. Yeah, we have not had much rain here in the past couple of months. That is dried up good.
If the sun was out, all these colors would probably be nicer.
Yeah. It is gloomy. Look at that sky, guys. Perfect day to find the ghostly ruins of Foxcroft. Oh, look at this. This was the mansion's swimming pool. How cool is that?
Swimming pool.
Yeah, want to take a dip?
I do not want to take a dip in that.
Look at that. You can go down there.
I can go down.
Yeah, go down.
As far as I'm going.
Yeah, you may never come back up.
Yeah, I know.
Whew.
It's all pretty deep. Like that would be a deep end today.
think 8 feet. It's definitely more than 6 feet.
Oh yeah.
8, maybe 10, I don't know. What's that?
This is probably 6 here. That's gotta be 8 or 10.
We got to be even closer now.
But there were some parties out here back in the day.
I'm sure. A little skinny dipping up on the hill.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there it is.
Honey, we're home.
Look at that. Wow, this just creeps right up on us. The skeletal remains of the Slyke Castle you see here stands as a memorial to the tragic life of Ruth A Coles. Ruth was a nurse by trade, and she could never afford, on a nurse's salary, to live in such a luxurious mansion as this. But her fortunes would change when she was hired by Charles E Halliwell, vice president of the American Tobacco Company, to be his personal nurse. They would develop a relationship and eventually wed, but Halliwell would be dead in less than a year later in 1907 from a cerebral hemorrhage. Ruth would inherit $1.5 million from his estate. A substantial amount of money in those days. Just 2 years later, Ruth would marry William Porter, a stockbroker and close friend of her recently deceased husband. Porter had already begun building this as a summer home here on Fox Hill, and upon its completion in 1910, he named it Foxcroft. So, Ro,
Yeah.
in the spring of 1911, while Ruth was vacationing in Europe, Porter invited some friends to go on a fishing trip with him.
Okay, everybody's living a good life.
It would seem so. However, when Porter and the friends were returning home, their chauffeur swerved to avoid a horse-drawn carriage and rolled the car that they were riding in.
Oh, jeez.
Porter was severely injured and would later die in the hospital. Now,
What's Ruth doing right now? She's still on vacation?
she is,
Oh, man.
and her relatives decided it would be best to wait until she got home
Yeah,
to
probably.
tell her about her husband's accident and subsequent passing.
Not much you could do at that
No.
point being out on the ship, so.
So, well, funny you should mention a ship, because she was enjoying her ride home on the famous British ocean liner Lusitania.
Yo, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Well, Lusitania would meet its own tragic end a few years later in 1915.
Okay, I
when
know
it
that
was sunk
something
by a German
happened,
U-boat, yes.
Okay.
But in 1911, Ruth was enjoying her ride home on Lusitania, completely unaware that she was once again a widow.
Again, how many times now?
This is the second time.
Second
right
time.
now. For now. So just next to the ruins is this amazing view over Ramapo Lake. New York City skyline.
Wow. What that looked like back in Ruth's day.
Yeah. Look at that ominous cloud hanging over it. The furnace for the home. So it looks like we're probably in the basement here. It looks like a fireplace over that way. There's a chimney, another fireplace down there. This place is huge, Ro.
It's huge.
Are you ready to continue with the tragic tale of Ruth?
There's more?
Ruth would marry her third husband, Warren Van Slyke,
Third time's a charm, right?
a prominent New York attorney, in 1913.
Sounds like she did okay again.
They would continue to use this as a summer home, eventually rename it to the Van Slyke Castle. This was probably once a sunroom with these windows looking out towards that New York skyline view that we just saw. Tragedy would come calling once again when Warren would die in 1924 from complications of gallstone surgery. Having never had children, Ruth would eventually lock herself away here in the castle and live the remainder of her life in solitude. She eventually died at the age of 63 in 1940. The property changed hands a couple more times until it was permanently abandoned in 1949, and it spent the remainder of the 1950s vacant, the subject of a contested divorce. Finally, in 1959, the castle itself would meet its end at the hands of an arsonist, and all that remains are what you see here today. And you know what, Ro?
What?
Ruth actually died here.
Oh. Don't say anything bad about her then.
What a tragic life.
Ruth, you had a tragic life. Yes, you did.
Some say she may still be here in spirit. So, Ro is getting some bad mojo vibes here.
There's too much bad mojo in this place.
Yeah.
And I don't want to bring anything home with me.
The
Yes.
evil spirits. I don't think Ruth was evil. I think she just had a tragic life.
Yeah.
And I think she's resting comfortably here.
Okay.
And we will leave you with one final warning should you choose to seek this place out. Don't come here on a weekend because it's crowded as hell and you won't find a place to park. See you guys. Having never had children, Mary would then spend
How about Ruth?